Hello, my name is Steve Kim, and I am running for Attorney General of Illinois. A little bit about myself. In 1974, when I was just 3 years old, my parents left South Korea in pursuit of a better life for themselves and their children. It is a familiar American story, but one that cannot be told enough. They left friends, family, and jobs to pursue that American dream of higher education, success, and prosperity. They arrived in Chicago and were quickly enveloped by the goodwill, the kindness, and the support of their neighbors. And over the years, America gave them what it had promised, an opportunity to succeed and send their children to good schools. But all this was predicated on three fundamental values shared by all Americans, whether they are fourth generation or new immigrants: hard work, education, and freedom. My parents showed me that with hard work, education, and freedom, you will achieve your American dream. I believe there's nothing more honorable than service to this great country. I began my career working for Governor Jim Edgar, a leader I've always deeply respected. During my time in state government, I was fortunate to be able to utilize my background and experiences to help the state as a special assistant to the governor and trade specialist for the state's Commerce Department. During that time, I was also honored to serve as a trustee for Northfield Township. After the end of the administration, I turned my focus to the private sector and the business community. I headed up international trade for the Illinois State Chamber of Commerce, then went on to the private sector as Director of External Affairs for AT&T. During this period, I attended law school, juggling a full-time work schedule during the day and going to law school at night. After graduation, I went on to Time Warner Cable, where I was the Vice President of Government and Public Affairs. Currently, I am the General Counsel for Coils, an international manufacturer of electronic components based in Henry County. Additionally, I serve as counsel at the law offices of Rosenberg, Kim, and Jimenez, advising companies and trade associations both domestically and internationally on regulatory and governmental issues, as well as general corporate matters. The Attorney General is the state's chief legal officer and acts as its primary litigator to ensure laws and regulations are followed. It is critical that the Illinois Attorney General understands not only the procedures of state government and the legislative and regulatory processes, but also the mechanisms of the business community and our state's overall economy. I will bring an understanding of both to the office, giving me a broad perspective to fulfilling the duties of this office. As Attorney General, I look forward to putting forth legal opinions on behalf of the interest of the state. Sound legal opinions that embody the role of the Attorney General, which is to protect our businesses and citizens from fraud and abuse. I believe government's role must be limited but yet very effective. An expansive role of government is not something I support. As we all know, the state of Illinois is in a financial crisis, and it is critical that the Attorney General's office serve the people effectively, but within the financial constraints facing our state. The Attorney General's primary role is to protect our businesses and citizens from fraud and abuse. I intend to focus on three important communities: protecting small businesses, protecting our disabled residents, and protecting the elderly. Through my work as counselor for many businesses, I've seen many fraudulent practices targeted at these businesses. The Illinois Attorney General should focus on small business fraud protection, particularly in this economic environment which heightens fraudulent activity. I also intend to focus protection efforts on the elderly and disabled in Illinois. As Attorney General, I intend to be a fierce advocate for the elderly and disabled to prevent them from being victimized. Additionally, the Attorney General must be very careful when litigating against businesses. Many times, litigation leads to unnecessary and burdensome regulation. Even in its best intentions, regulation creates an atmosphere where it's the government that picks the winners and losers and not the marketplace. Large corporations can hire lawyers and lobbyists. Unfortunately, small businesses cannot afford to do this. Therefore, it is critical that the Attorney General's office does not become a regulatory agency and picks the winners and losers, but advocates for and protects our most vulnerable citizens. The people of Illinois have endured both economic and political difficulties. The international embarrassment of Rod Blagojevich has given this state an image problem. Currently, Illinois has one-party rule, and therefore a diversity of ideas cannot be engaged. When there are both Republicans and Democrats in all levels of our government, only then can we have checks and balances among our government officials, and also an atmosphere where all viewpoints and ideas can be truly manifested. With your help, we can rebuild Illinois and regain our economic prominence. I love this state and believe in the people of Illinois. We need better and diverse ideas to bring about change in Illinois politics and rebuild our once booming manufacturing economy. I believe I have the background and experience to accomplish these tasks. I ask for your vote. Thank you very much, and may God bless America and the state of Illinois.